waiting over an hour. We're finally almost to the front, but the restaurant's like full. Okay, so we got a pork katsu sando. We also got these strawberry mochis. They're so cute. And then of course we had to get the matcha. I got the strawberry matcha and Bird got the rose matcha. Then we also have the matcha zuke, which has salmon and rice. It's kind of like a soup. And then we also have this strawberry hojicha pie. I'm so excited about this. Oh, it slices like butter. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, we just finished eating at Stonemill Matcha. We try to be fast because we're actually supposed to go to Garden Creamery because Asato family's having a pop-up there today, and they came all the way from Hawaii, and we loved their sherbets when we were in Hawaii, and we also love the owners and the whole family business, so we're gonna go meet them there. But I think their pop-up starts at 12, and so they're gonna be really busy after it starts. So they told us to come at 11, but we didn't realize how long the line for Stonemill Matcha would be. Even though we got there at 9:30 and they open at 10, we still didn't make the first wave, so we're running a little late. That's why I'm out of breath, because I'm power walking. But yes, we're gonna get some Asato family sherbet. That one's sour, right?
Very sour. Sweet.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was sour.
Very tart. Yeah, kind of like a pickly flavor. This pickled mango juice. Wow.
Hard, right?
Yeah.
I like this one. Just sweet. I like half sweet too.
I know. This is like a sour plum kind of flavor.
That one's good too.
This one is lihing lychee with lihing sauce on it. Ooh, I like the lychee.
Very leahy wood.
Hello vlog, it is a few days later. Lately we haven't really been up to too much stuff, and I thought now would be a good time to do a Q&A because a few months ago we hit 20k on this channel and I asked you guys to submit some questions for a Q&A, so sorry it's been kind of delayed. Things just got really busy with like traveling and all that stuff, so now we're finally at home and let's just get into the Q&A. So the first question is, any travel plans coming up? And at the moment I don't have any coming up in the next few months, but I do have a November trip planned to visit SoCal. I'm gonna go and film the Disney holiday food, and then also in like mid-November I am actually planning to fly to Taiwan, and I'm gonna stay there for like almost a whole month, so I'm really excited about that. Before the pandemic I used to go to Taiwan all the time. This is gonna be my first time going since the pandemic. I'm so excited. I love Taiwan so much. I can't wait to show you guys all my favorite spots there and just take you guys along with me. I think I'm planning to also go to Japan for maybe like a weekish, so I'm super excited for that too. And I'm also making sure that this time I go to Tokyo Disney. It's literally been a dream of mine for so many years. So yeah, those are my travel plans coming up for this year. And then I mentioned in another vlog that we plan to go to Disney World next year. So the next question is, how did you get started making YouTube videos? So I started my YouTube channel in 2018 while I was still working at my tech job. I had just graduated college the year before that, and when I moved back to the Bay Area, I started to take like content creating more seriously. Like on Instagram, I would do a lot of like restaurant content and stuff, and then I got really inspired by people like Mikey Chan and like Cup of TJ that were like traveling and making all these like food vlogs and stuff. I thought it was so cool. So I was really inspired by other vloggers to start making YouTube videos as well. And yeah, I just kind of took it seriously from the beginning. Like I started posting once a week just because I loved making videos. And honestly, my videos were pretty bad back then because I had no prior experience to making videos, so it was just like I was figuring everything out for the first time ever. I self-taught myself everything. Those videos are probably private on my channel now. But yeah, after I quit my tech job, I started uploading twice a week on YouTube, and that really helped me like get better at making videos and hone in on like my editing skills and all that stuff. Now we are where we are today, which is literally crazy. Like never thought we would be here. It was always like my dream, and to this day I still can't believe like what we've accomplished together. I just feel like super grateful. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how lucky I am to have this job. The next question is, I would love to know how you and Bird met and how long you have been together. So me and Bird actually met in freshman year of high school. We both went to the same Chinese school on Saturdays, and so from freshman year to junior year, every single Saturday we would talk at Chinese school, but we were like just friends, you know, we were Chinese school friends. And then we both went to UC Davis for college. So in freshman year, in fall quarter, you just kind of talk to anyone that you know because you're just trying to make friends. So we hung out a few times in fall quarter, and then we started dating at the very beginning of winter quarter. And so that was in January 2014. So in 2024, we will have been together for 10 years. It's kind of crazy to think back on like how we met and when we first started dating. We were like 18 at the time. So I don't think either of us could have predicted that, you know, 10 years later, we'd still be together. And that brings me to our next question, which a lot of you guys have, which is if Bird is Bird's real name. Bird is his nickname, and like literally everyone calls him Bird. He got that nickname in freshman year, and it was literally because he looked like a bird, so we would just call him Bird. He looks pretty different now, so he doesn't look as bird-like, so I feel like whenever we tell people that that's how he got his name as Bird, they're like, he doesn't look like a bird though. But he used to look very bird-like, and there's also sometimes now where at a certain angle or when his hair is a certain way, he still does look bird-like, to me at least. And also I know some of you guys are wondering how I got my name as Maymay, because my real name is not Maymay. My real name is Alyssa. It's spelled A-L-Y-S-S-A, which I know usually people pronounce as Alyssa, but for some reason my parents spelled it that way and they named me Alyssa. So I don't know, take it up with mom if you're confused. I'm confused too, okay? But with Maymay, it's because I'm the youngest in the family, and in Chinese, Maymay means little sister. So yeah, a lot of Chinese families probably have a Maymay in their family too, because generally that's just what like your parents call you, or your older siblings call you, or your aunties and uncles and stuff. All right, next question is, what's your secret to having a relationship last very long? I feel like I already knew within the first few months that like we were gonna be together a long time, or like he was the one or whatever. It's because compared to my previous relationships, Bird was just so much better of a boyfriend. Like he was always super caring, he was very communicative, he was honest and trustworthy, and you know, like all the things that you look for in a relationship. We also of course got along really well. I think that's why we have stuck together for all these years, because we just get along really well. We love being around each other, and we're always like laughing and being silly, and we just understand each other really well. So yeah, I don't think it's really a secret to having a long-lasting relationship, but I think those are things that make our relationship really healthy, and probably why we are still together now. What did you and Bird major in college? So I actually was a double major in computer science and psychology, and Bird majored in city planning, and what he does now has nothing to do with his major, and what I do now has nothing to do with my major. Next question, how did you and Bird know you guys were ready to be cat parents? So this requires a little backstory. Basically, our first pet together is Tony. She was actually a stray cat. So we first met her when we were still living at my mom's house, and every night we used to take walks around the neighborhood, and that neighborhood had a lot of stray cats. Like every single time we would walk, we would see stray cats, or we would meet a new stray cat or whatever. And Bird really wanted to befriend all the stray cats, but every single time he tried to, like, they would run away. And there was one particular time where he was trying to befriend a stray cat and it was very shy and like hiding, and suddenly he just busted out an Italian accent. He was like, "Hey, you cat, come over here." And so I was laughing at him because I was like, why are you talking in an Italian accent? Do cats like love Italians or something? So it kind of became this like running joke between us that cats love Italians. And so when we found Tony, she was the first stray cat that was actually nice to us. She was super sweet when we first met her. And back then we didn't know that calico cats are mostly female. So we thought Tony with a Y could be a male and Tony with an I could be a female. So we started just calling her Tony, and we kind of like joked and said that it was short for rigatoni, which is a pasta, which is Italian obviously. So yeah, when we found out she was female, then we named her Tony, Toni. And so when we named Ollie, we wanted to kind of keep that same trend of like a pasta or something Italian. So we named him Ravioli, but we just take the end of the word OLI, and he's Ollie. So that's how we named both Tony and Ollie. They kind of have like this pasta background to their name. Oh yeah, I kind of got off track from the question, but how did you guys know you were ready to be cat parents? So we didn't know. Since we met her on the street and she was a stray, we kind of just like every day more and more we would get more attached to her, and we would feed her, and eventually she started sleeping in the garage of my mom's house, and we couldn't really have her inside of the house because one of my family members is like really allergic to cats. So she was kind of like more of an outdoor cat, but she'd come into the garage to sleep so that she could sleep peacefully. And also when it was like cold in the winter, she could sleep in a warm place. And then eventually me and Bird moved out into our house now, and we took Tony with us. And yeah, everything has been really good. She adjusted to this house really quickly, and we were worried that since she was primarily outdoor before, that moving her indoors she might want to go out a lot. But she actually has no interest in going outside. She actually loves being inside. So I'm really glad that, you know, it all kind of worked out. Next question, do you ever use Bird's music in your videos? So no, I don't use Bird's music in my videos. His music, while it's good, it just doesn't match the vibe of my videos. His music is more on like the sad kind of vibe, and I usually choose more on the happy, upbeat type of music. So that doesn't mean I don't like the music. Like, we still listen to his music all the time in the car, and I know like all the words to pretty much all his songs. So next question, do you ever feel burned out / too tired to make content? How do you keep your motivation on staying consistent for making content? So yes, I've been feeling burnt out honestly this whole year. I think you can kind of tell that I haven't been uploading as much on my main channel. I mean, part of it is also because now I have this vlog channel too, so I try to be as consistent as I can on both channels, and on top of that stay consistent for short form content like Instagram Reels, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts. So it's just kind of like a lot of work to do all of these different kinds of content and trying to be consistent on all of them. And I don't really have like a big team or anything. Like, I have one editor and I have an assistant and I have a manager, but that is pretty much it. So I still do a lot of the stuff myself. And honestly, this year I've just been going through a lot of stuff. This has not really been my best year, so I have like a lot of personal stuff going on. And so with that, on top of all the consistency in all the different kinds of content that I make, I definitely have been feeling burnt out this year, and I've been trying to like take more time for myself, or just like be more gentle with myself, because for the past 5 years I would literally set all these deadlines for myself, and if I didn't make those deadlines I would just like guilt myself and like beat myself up over it. And so this year I've been really trying not to do that. I've been trying to give myself grace and trying to find a balance between my mental health and posting. And honestly, there's sometimes where I feel so drained, but whenever I read your guys' comments or I like meet you guys in person, it just reminds me why I keep doing it and why I love doing it. So whenever you guys are like so sweet to me and so supportive, like it literally can turn my day from a bad one to a good one. And whenever I meet you guys in person, you guys are so excited to meet me. Like, I'm so excited to meet you guys too. It's just like sometimes I'm quite shy when I first meet people, so it might not like translate as well, but those are like literally some of the best moments of my job, that I get to meet you guys in person, that we get to talk and like hang out, and even just like talking through the comments, it literally like makes me so happy. So even though sometimes this job is hard on me, I never forget how thankful and grateful I am to have you guys in my community. And yeah, I just love you guys. Next question, do you ever get embarrassed to film / vlog in public? Has anyone ever given you looks / made you feel uncomfortable while you were filming? So I would say like I've done it so many times that I'm pretty used to it, although The only times where it really makes me uncomfortable is when people are like really staring. Like, I'm very used to people kind of just glancing over and being like, oh, like that girl's filming something, and then just like going back to, you know, eating their meal or something. But there's some people who literally are just like directly staring at me, and they won't stop staring for like minutes at a time. And that does make me really uncomfortable, because I'm like, why are you staring? Like, I get it, like, you know, it's not every day that you see someone filming in public or whatever, but you don't need to stare at me. It just makes me feel super nervous and like uncomfortable. Next question. How did YouTube change your life? Personally, financially, mentally, etc.? I don't even know where to start. It's changed my life completely. Personally, like I've said a million times in this video, I am so grateful to have this as my job. Like, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't think about how grateful I am and that I'm so lucky to have all of your support. And it's really interesting because growing up, like my whole life, I always thought that I wasn't really a creative person. Like, literally when I would take personality tests, if it said, are you creative? I'm like, strongly disagree. So it's very interesting that I kind of have a career in like a creative field. There's of course so many things that I love about this job, like that I get to make cool videos for you guys, that I get to travel and eat a bunch of good food and share it with you guys and build a community and meet you guys and just share this like passion that I have for food with all of you. And so those are definitely the parts of my job that I love the most. There's definitely parts that people don't talk about as much, about the downsides of being like a content creator. Like, of course I love to share like bits of my life with you guys. That's why I made a vlog channel in the first place, because I wanted to feel closer with you and like connect with you guys more and just build more of that sense of community. But that being said, there's definitely been instances where there hasn't been as much you know, nice interactions, not even just like hate comments and stuff, but there's definitely been times where I've been harassed, I've gotten death threats. And so those are things that you don't really ever forget. Like, once that happens to you, you never really forget it. And so it's definitely changed the way that I live my life in some ways. Like, there's certain things that I love sharing with you guys, but there are definitely parts of my life that I like to keep private, just for my own sense of like safety and security and stuff. So that's why sometimes when you guys like ask me certain questions, like I just can't really answer them, because they're just certain parts of my life that I'm choosing to keep to myself, at least for now. So yeah, with all the good, you know, there's of course some not so good stuff, but I totally understand that it comes with the job. And despite all of that stuff, like, I still love my job. I still feel very grateful, very lucky to be able to do this, to know you guys, to build this community with you guys. And so that's more of how YouTube has changed my life personally and mentally. Financially, YouTube has definitely changed my life. I'm so lucky that I can make a full-time income on this platform. And part of that is from YouTube AdSense. Like, when you guys get ads on the videos, I get some of that money. And also another main source of income would be sponsorships. So I don't think I've really done a sponsorship on this channel, but on the main channel, whenever there's like a 60-second sponsorship integration, and I'm really picky with the brands that I do choose to accept sponsorships from. Like, there's been so many that I've just turned down. I get lots and lots of emails, and 99.9999% of those emails I don't end up working with the brands. So I'm extremely picky with the sponsorships that I do accept, and I take pride in being as honest as I can whenever I'm reviewing or suggesting anything to you guys. So with the sponsorships that I do accept, I definitely make sure that it is a product that I like myself and that I would recommend to you before accepting a sponsorship with them. So yeah, that was an extremely long answer. Hopefully this video is not too long of me just rambling and rambling and rambling. I think I'm gonna answer one more question. Some of you guys were wondering about how me and Jessica met, or what kind of tasks I have Jessica do for me. So me and Jessica met end of April, early May of 2022, and it's because I was hiring for an in-person assistant, and I posted it on my Instagram story. So she just applied, I interviewed her, and I chose her to be my assistant. And the different kinds of tasks that I have her do, it really varies from day to day, but she helps me whenever I'm filming, like if I do short form content. As you guys know, we film in the office, which is upstairs at that one window that gets the really good sunlight. So a lot of times we'll like forget something downstairs in the kitchen, so she'll go run and grab it. It just helps to have two people there to like monitor everything that's going on and make sure everything's running smoothly. And she also helps me clean up after we're done filming for long form videos like the Costco videos and stuff. She helps me make sure everything is ready. Like, for example, if I have to cook multiple things in the video and I might have to use the same pan, I'll prepare one of the foods in the pan, and then between takes she'll help me, you know, wash the pan, get it ready for the next take while I get ready for the next food. Or also, like when me and my mom filmed the Costco hacks, Jessica was like running back and forth from the car to the food court to, you know, give us all the different foods, and also take the foods that we had finished eating and wrap them up so we can take them home, just things like that. These I guess are more like production assistant tasks. And then other than that, she just helps me around the house, different errands. She helps me check my PO box and my mail, and she'll help me like return packages, or she helps me shop for ingredients at the grocery store when we need them for filming. She helps me do like data entry and stuff. And so it's just kind of like anything that I really need her to do, she helps me with. That being said, Jessica recently gave me her notice and we actually won't be working together anymore, which of course I'm really sad about, because over the span of, you know, a year and a few months, we've become really good friends. Like, I got used to her coming over and we would just chat and hang out and eat together and have all this fun. So I'm really gonna miss her. She was pretty much like my first like employee. Technically I had hired editors, but with editing it's like different because you don't really see the editors in person. You just send them your footage and you have calls and meetings and stuff, but you don't like hang out with them and you don't see them like almost every day. It's definitely gonna be an adjustment, but that being said, I definitely will be looking for a new assistant in the next, I'm not sure, maybe a few months. So if any of you guys are interested, whenever I do decide to put out an application for in-person assistant, I will be posting that on my Instagram story. I think we're gonna end the Q&A there. Hopefully I got to most of the questions that you guys asked. I tried to go through as many as possible, but to end this Q&A, I also wanted to have a quick giveaway. I know here and there, sometimes I just like to throw giveaways in. So I'm gonna be giving away Mei boba straws to 5 people. I'll probably include some other stuff in the package as well. I usually like to like throw a little fun stuff here and there for you guys. So if you want to enter the giveaway, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, you like this video, and comment below your favorite place to travel. I'm gonna be looking through the comments, hopefully getting some travel inspo for you guys. So maybe if you guys comment somewhere, I'll go check it out and it'll be my next travel trip, who knows. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!